today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jalen Hurts and the San Francisco 49ers versus Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Dak going to start out going to the air. And his first look is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Niner defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a Niners first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another try for Guerrero. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. He's got room to roam. And down to the 7-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Throwing is Hurts. This to Laporta, right side. Touchdown 49ers. Sam Laporta, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Prescott off play action. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. This 2nd and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Xavier Worthy, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here come the Cowboys. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Jamison Williams. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tip Ryman with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Waddle, the motion man right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a short gain down to about the 33. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Now Moody for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard. Waddle, the motion man right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Hurts changing up the play. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's complete to Laporta. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, you come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. First target, first catch, and a first down. His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for... They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, 49ers. And Xavier Worthy.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And out now.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
In motion left comes Williams.
They go play action with Hurts. They'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Cowboys about...
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 98 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Waddle, 65 yards. And the Niners have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Waddle, the motion man right. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Here's a 2nd and 8. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Second and 3 from the 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught on a slant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try now for Moody. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the 49ers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers